Inside Sport Chek's flagship location at West Edmonton Mall, Tom Gazzola alongside Oilers prospect Ryan Mantha, who the Oilers signed in March. So you're new to the organization, Ryan. This is kind of your first taste of it, if you will, and an introduction to the organization. Rookie development camp is just that. You get to know some of the guys, some of the executives, some of the coaching staff. What's it been like thus far being a member of the Oilers organization and making that transition from junior hockey, where you played in Niagara in the OHL, to getting some time in the AHL and becoming a pro all of a sudden?
Yeah, obviously it's kind of been a whirlwind here in the last little bit, but I have no regrets. I love everyone here. I mean, it's very professional, and even coming into camp in the American League, I think it's a big step. But I'm looking forward to it.
You signed with the Oilers. You're a New York Rangers draft pick. What kind of led to the Oilers organization? I know there's a lot of upside with this team right now, but it's a process going from junior to making, the first jump to pro, whether it be the AHL and then eventually the NHL. What really kind of was the point where you're like, I think the Oilers are the right fit for me?
Yeah, obviously I think there was a few teams I was talking to, and just sitting down, looking at the pros and cons of each situation. I think this is the best fit for me where I'm at right now in my career.
You're a big guy. How would you describe yourself as a defenseman? A lot of people like to describe themselves as two-way defenders, guys who can make that first pass. How do you describe your game and tell people the way you play the game?
Yeah, I think I'm a two-way defenseman. Obviously, I'm a defenseman, so I have to look after my own end first, but I'm not afraid to be the fourth guy in the rush as well. So I like to be part of the plays, but at the same time, I like being the guy to shut them down as well.
You made your first appearance with Bakersfield towards the end of last season. What was that like, and what was the jump from playing against junior hockey players to men that have played pro, some of them for 10, 15 years?
Yeah, obviously I think the speed of plays was a lot quicker than junior, but not only that, I think it's just your instincts are a lot quicker as well. I mean, they're obviously grown men, like you said, so everything's got to be firm and assertive, and that's what I thought of it.
When you get a short taste of pro hockey, who are the guys you'd lean on, and who kind of helped you out during your time with the Condors?
I think I played with Fraser the last game there, and even just talking to him on the bench, I think I learned a lot from him. He's obviously been around for a while, and
yeah, he's a pretty easygoing guy too.
Yeah, like you can ask him anything, and he'll answer it exactly what you want to know and tell you about it.
How about the outside of hockey aspect? When you're away from the rink, was there kind of a shock when you don't have a billet family taking care of you, or you're not close to home? All of a sudden, you're on your own, and you're really having to be an adult. Was that a bit of a shock for you, or how did you kind of handle and cope with that?
Yeah, I mean, when we went there, I think we were 8 days on the road, so I really didn't get that. I mean, there's other guys staying with you, so yeah, even if a couple of guys go out to dinner and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a little different not coming home from practice and your billet mom has dinner ready for you. So, but I guess you just kind of get used to it.
During development camp, what does a guy like yourself trying to do? Because I know the emphasis really isn't on evaluation per se. They're always watching, of course. The guys they want to see what they have in terms of what they've signed or brought into the organization. But like, how do you try to go about it as a player? Do you put a lot of pressure on how you perform on the ice, or are you just worrying about kind of getting comfortable in the system and with the coaching staff that, because you're going to have the AHL guys there, you're going to have the NHL guys watching. How do you kind of go about it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm fine with pressure, but at the same time, I look at it, it's just another practice, it's another workout, it's another game. So just, to me, it's about going about the games and the practices just like I have in the last couple of years. I mean, I don't mind pressure, but like I said, I'm just looking at it like it's another day.
What's it going to be like, or what's it like going to a camp with a lot of guys you don't really know, but then hanging out with them, getting to know them, and maybe some guys you played against, and all of a sudden you're in the same room with them, wearing the same logo? What's that kind of like for a guy?
I think it's kind of fun because you see both sides of the story. Like I was talking to Wells earlier. Like I played against him.
Dylan Wells, the sniper.
Yeah. So I played against him in playoffs. They beat us, but then we're looking back and talking about how we traded a guy to his team and stories about him. So it's kind of fun how it all comes around.
Isn't it funny how the hockey world works, and once guys get into the same room on the same side, they all of a sudden become friends? How have you kind of found that to be when you all of a sudden go from an adversary to a buddy? What's that like for you? How do you describe the hockey culture?
I don't know. I think it's once you're on the same team, everything's. I've never been on a team where people have not gotten along, if that makes sense. I think every guy in the room's your best friend. So I think like right now coming in development camp, there's 34 guys there. Yeah, everyone's trying to compete for a job, but in the end of the day, they're your teammates.
Ryan, pleasure talking to you. Great to have you here in town. I know you're new to the organization. We look forward to seeing you throughout the summer and then eventually at main camp.
Yeah, thanks for having me.